Mr. G.H., if you would lead us in prayer.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day, Lord, and all you bless and bless the good, Lord, all the come to the years, and we thank you that we have the honor to serve the people of Saxon County and to try to make sure that we have a fair and balanced vote. God, we think we have done that, and we give thanks to our employees, poll watchers, and the poll workers, Lord. And we give thanks to this people that work hard and try to get everything done right. We ask you to bless us in Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Mr. Williams, would you lead us in?
Salute the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So at this time, we'll just reconvene from our last meeting the other day for the purpose of approving the canvassing total. So I'll turn it over to Ms. Raina.
Okay. So in your agenda packet, we have put together all the write-in canvas totals. And here are all the ballots for write-ins too, if you want to go through each and every one of them. But you have it together for your packets for the president, U.S. House of Representatives for District 7 and Soul and Water, that's in write-ins. Forum. For the president, anyone one that wrote in Jade Simmons, you have to report. For U.S. House of Representatives, anyone who wrote in Teresa Everett, we have to report. And then for anyone else who got more than 5, you will have to report. But here's your packet. So it's up to the board to make a motion to approve the write-in. I think it's approved.
So these are the high, these three here.
Yes,
Lisa Lee, Andrew High, and Craig Funk.
yes.
Mr. Chair, I move that we approve the write-ins as submitted.
Yes.
But,
All in favor?
uh,
Approved and seconded. All in favor?
Make it unanimous.
Okay, so we will move on. Duplicate voters, so we have 2. How it is in One Stop, our coworkers are in charge of SOSA. If they forget to hit vote in the program, it does not show up on our Sims or on the website. So with all the media going on, they are checking their votes afterwards, like right afterwards. So some 2 got frantic and went back. You're able to retrieve both ATVs for them. For each one, these are the 2 voters and also their second ballot. Their first ballot is eligible, but we have already pulled the second ballot. It will be to the board to motion to, when we go to the Unity computer, we will have to discount these 2 ballots if the board makes a motion to discount because they only get 1 vote. It will still be sent to investigations for the 2, but it's the board to make a motion. I have the ballot and I have the 2 ATVs if you also want to compare signatures to the ATVs for both of them, if the board wants to look.
What precinct did that have? 2 precincts.
Babcock.
At the Babcock, they
Yes.
voted twice there.
Yes.
Went there and turned around, went back again.
Vote early, vote often.
They both were vote early. So,
There you go. Get a vote.
Which ballot did we approve? The first one voted or the second one voted?
so the first ballot is eligible These here are the second ballots.
Would be the same?
They have their numbers.
I meant though, did they vote the same way both times?
I did not look at that.
I don't know if it matters, Mr. Jackson.
I just wondered.
It's not
You run
like,
votes down around, I'm gonna get about 90 more today.
we got one state that allowed second vote.
Yeah.
And when they go back and vote again and change what you did. So we will process the first vote and the second one does not count.
Will be discounted and sent to state for investigation, if I
Yes.
understood you correctly. Okay,
It's going there anyway, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
We'll
it's
send it
going
there.
there.
Move to approve.
Second,
All in favor?
Aye.
Unanimous.
So, as we are aware, Clinton Northeast, they are also selected for our sample hand eye count. And that also is why tabulator count is off because, person who did provisional,
The one vote that was taken out of the box.
yes,
Yeah,
this is
okay.
it. So, they actually were not registered. They registered for DMV after the deadline, which was October 9th. They did not go to One Stop to register and vote same day, so it is invalid, ineligible for the provisional. So this is also one we'll have to go through to this count in Unity, since the investigation. So it's motion.
You need a motion. Ask for a motion on this ballot.
Move to disapprove the ballot.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next up on, okay, one was voted, there's actually 6, as we are aware, the turkey curbside ballots that did not get put through the tabulator. That's why with our, voter history and Sims, we are 6 off because of these 6 ballots. One was voted in, but once we took them out and counted to make sure, these will have to be manually input. Bipartisan team will watch us manually input them into Unity, so, these specifics, will be in our voting count. Okay,
They were failed to put in, right?
yes, they did not put them in, so this is all their curbside.
Why?
They put them with the provisionals, they did not think curbside went through. So it's a human error, but we will manually input them because these were eligible voters to be voted through the tabulator.
So what's the repercussion?
You anxious. 6 votes.
Well, who dropped the ball on
Results back to the chief judge.
that? That's a serious issue whenever you're denying people their right to vote.
Well, haven't really denied them the right to vote, just put them in the wrong place. It's a procedure issue.
You could have.
Well, it could have. And it, lacks good care, custody, and control. But again, that falls back on the chief judge.
What precinct was that?
Turkey.
Their ballot sheet, the ballot sheet for ballots, is it all correct?
We accounted for every other voter history, yes. Ballot.
Voted ballots, absentee ballots, not absentee,
Well,
but,
not- yeah.
spoiled ballots, return ballots, all of it comes back to what it's supposed to be.
It's just that we were off.
Those.
Those
that's
six.
6.
Well, they're gonna get right here in a minute.
Yes,
Yes.
we had to manually input.
I don't know who the chair is down there, but,
You talk about next year.
the list.
We have the list of poll workers, if you don't want to reappoint the chief judge for next year,
That'll be done
They were
by,
doing it, they were doing it at the same
party
time. They
chairs,
were doing
what,
it at the
this
same
year.
time.
Give us courtesy.
Will this be the second year or the first year?
It'll be middle of next year, I think.
Not that it matters, but this is her first time, him or her first time, and
Yeah, it's the first time, and of course, at the very last minute, because of coronavirus, as you know, several judges and chief judges
Lot of our regulars
indicated that they
backed
could
out.
not be there. So we had more new people than other folks this year. Not to say that it
Even years.
matters, but it was her first
Yeah.
experience
Yeah,
as
that's
a
right.
chief judge.
It'll be 20.
The one in Turkey.
But no one's
was
serving
something-
Yes, it was her
Anymore.
first experience, and she stepped up at the last minute
Given
because the
coronavirus
person who
and
was
so forth.
supposed to be at Turkey could not.
What was her name? Was her name Mary?
We'll look at the list
I
and,
can get my list.
yeah,
Or is this something that we need to look at?
Yeah.
yeah, we'll look at it later, and surely we have done it in the past. If we had to move them or relocate them or something like that, we have done it,
yes.
which would be no problem.
Make sure.
Huh?
Just trying to make sure. We need a motion on that issue.
We don't need a motion because we have to do it anyways because these are eligible voters, so we have to manually put them into Unity.
You explained it well, thank you.
Okay. Packet to go. We have a packet for voter history. It has numbers. If you can count voter history and different. Okay. So with voter history, as you know, one is off by Clinton Northeast because of this one provisional, which we will discount. For Plainview and Roseboro, I was aware that a provisional did go through. With Roseboro, with these two, could not locate the ballot. So we have to wait on that, and I had to send it to investigations, because of the numbers, of how they wrote on the ballots, or, Roseboro didn't write the number or provisional on their ballot. So that is one. We already know for Turkey is 6 off because of
Can we check back on that, on the CID number?
so that's what we checked,
The number on the provisional ballot, as long as we know that person and their names in the CID list as they went through.
yeah, they didn't, for Roseboro, they didn't put,
That's right, doesn't go on,
Right again.
doesn't go on there.
we can't just
And
take
they
a
did.
random,
And they didn't put the number on the ballot.
Correct.
And then I guess maybe we can look through the box and find the ballot that had any number on it at all, because that's all we do.
we've already did that in bipartisan teams, and there's none. So we have already checked, because we were supposed to, like, these two pull to this account, but because of the numbers, aren't on them, I can't pull a random ballot to this credit.
It's election day, so there's no number assigned to any ballot on election day, except for provisional.
Yeah, and they did not write the provisional.
So you can't distinguish it.
So those are for Plainview and Roseboro, Clinton Northeast, as I said, we do have. Turkey is off by 6 because of the curbside. And for One Stop Clinton. So as we know, it shows kind of conflict because these two voters, right now they have counting 4, but we have theirs and we're going to discredit. A felon has actually gone to One Stop Clinton, registered and voted because he did same day registration, and it is past the challenge deadline for that one.
Well, when you say felon, this is a person who's not served his probation area and is not, he's still a felon? He's about to remain a felon a while longer.
Yeah, yes, that will, pass the challenge deadline. He is, we send it to investigations.
Okay.
The same has also happened
And this
in
is,
Plainview.
and that was just one. When you say -3 felon in tabulate, it was just one felon. but the
Just
other two-
one, yes.
Okay.
And so, and also in Plainview, just one felon.
That's GH.
Oh, have mercy. And
So they both did same day registration.
I'm
and
sure the
with
folks in the orange tents thought they were doing folks a favor.
Register, provisional.
With the same, with the system, it doesn't show.
And when
So
Rock
it
Trail,
comes
I mean,
here.
they got signs out there encouraging folks.
And they know it was.
So,
Sister
they will
worked
both be
there.
sent to investigations also. Okay. And so, we're still, so we also found, so I wrote on mine, how it is, some people, as we're going through, and it's only out of the 28,000, little over 28,000 voters, there's only 4 left. We've already found one. It's really because someone did not click vote, or one stop did not click vote in SOSA. So we manually have to go through each ATP for, each one stop, so it's 1,000 that they have to verify to make sure. Okay, and that concludes the voter history.
Does that answer your question, Ms. Jackson, on the back? on the
Yeah,
back page?
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It still boils down to some of these problems from a lack of training, but there wasn't nothing we can do under the conditions.
Very true.
No offense, you know what I mean?
Understood?
Just being there in person, this ain't the same, you know, it's a lot better than on the, by internet.
So it's time for the Unity computer to install the curbside and discount the provisional and the 2 voters who double voted. I will need a bipartisan team.
I have a question.
Okay, yes.
There's 3,266 ballots here not accounted for.
So a lot of those are absentee that were sent out. And then even when you do absentee, the voter still has the choice to either vote in person or send back their absentee. It's up to the voter, but if they choose, even though they have an absentee, if they choose to vote in person, it's a matter of disregarding the ballot. And then with any deficiencies, we have to reissue the ballot.
The computer system keeps track of the returned absentees.
Yes.
Correct. And we know the number that was sent out. That number should be this number, should it not? Can you tell us how many absentees did not get returned? Off the computer.
Off the computer, I can do, what we've issued, what has returned, but this won't be, because we had to reissue a ballot for the deficiencies. We issued over 4,000
Right.
for absentees.
Just need it back.
But we still know the number that was issued.
Yes, I can look that up for issue for all of them.
And you can tell us the number that were returned. I'd like to know those 2 numbers and see if it is even close to 3,266.
Okay, but I still need a bipartisan team too, so. Okay.
Your turn.
We'll talk to her about her family.
had dinner the other night with his nephew, that lives in Raleigh, so,
Right.
yeah.
We're planning our next golf day.
Oh, good for you. It's gonna be a little frigid for the next few days.
Just above 45, we play.
Yeah.
Die hard.
Here's what I'm looking at, Gerald.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Mr. Chairman, would you like to pause while this is going on? So
Would you
there's
please?
No action will take a time. And that way you all.
Cause they thought me